What might it feel like, Libra, to surrender the judgments you have of yourself and trust your path? Trust in the evolution of who you are. What would it be like to go ahead and just drop, I'm not doing this fast enough, or I'm not doing this right, or this person's doing it like this, maybe I should do it like that? What would it feel like to just let yourself be in the process of what it is you're doing and who it is that you are being? You know, Spirit is reminding me of movies like, and listen, we can get into how problematic or not these movies are. That's not the point. The point here is like the metaphor. Spirit is showing me movies like I Feel Pretty. I didn't even see the movie. But like Amy Schumer hits her head and suddenly doesn't judge herself anymore, right? And movies like Shallow Hal, again, horrible, problematic, etc. But point being, to hypnotize oneself, to no longer judge oneself or others by appearances or by whatever weird rubric we carry in the back of our mind that says like, oh, you're not doing that right because you're not hearing thunderous applause. You know what I'm talking about, Libra? Oh, hi, Derpy. Derpy dropping into your reading. Always a good sign. Welcome. I'm Madeline. If we haven't met before, I'm excited to get into your cards for the month of September. So please take that with you throughout whatever else pops up in the reading, Libra, to surrender your judgments of yourself. They are not helping you get where you're trying to go any faster or any better. And in fact, I think it's the opposite. Trust your evolution, and Spirit is like, evolution is messy. Transformation and alchemy, a little bit messy, okay? And there's a point in the alchemical process where everything has to dissolve before it comes back together and recoagulates and becomes a new thing. So, trust your becoming, trust the process, let go of your judgment, and get that bandwidth back. They're giving me, it's a bit of a similar message to what they said for Virgo and Virgo's reading. So if you're Libra with any Virgo placements, I'd be curious to hear about it. And I would tell you that if you've got both of those messages this month, then Spirit is really like doubling and tripling down on, you know what you're doing. Will you let yourself do it? Now what they're showing me, very apt, particularly for Libras, is somebody learning a dance, like learning a choreographed dance. Like there is a moment where you're learning the steps and you're fumbling and you're stumbling and you're just getting like, oh, this foot here, that arm there, blah, blah, blah. And you're not looking cool while you're doing it, right? But have you ever noticed that when somebody is just letting themselves mess it up, whatever it needs to happen as they're learning it, that they're having a much better time? And then in fact, not focusing on, oh my God, I did it wrong. Oh my God, I did it wrong. Oh my God, I did it wrong. They get to the finished product faster and with more fun. That's what Spirit is saying. So don't be judging yourself for not knowing all the choreography right off the bat. That's silly. Nobody picks up a guitar and knows how to play it. Everybody stumbles and fumbles on their way to expertise. So stop judging. You're stumbling and you're fumbling. Okay. Let's get into your cards for the month of September. Hey, Derpy, you want to come over here? I need my table. Thank you. Yeah, come on up here. Thank you. All right. Libra, in the month of September, we're going to pull cards to see where you've been, where you are, and where you're headed. And as always, I will pull a persona card to see how you are showing up and what qualities in yourself that Spirit most wants to highlight for you. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guardians and guides who look after all those who carry the archetype of Libra, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising and dominant people. What themes are showing up for my Libra people, Spirit? What themes are showing up and what are the opportunities available? How can Libra people best navigate what is showing up for their highest good, Spirit, in order to create a life that feels peaceful, creative, secure, fun, abundant, loving, always to help Libra people toward their dreams, Spirit, their highest good? What does Libra need to know in the month of September for their highest good? Any guidance that you want to give them, in order to make the most of what is showing up in the month of September, Spirit. Just one more for Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what we got here. Perfect. Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Let's go. Ooh. Hey, hey. Well, look at that, Libra. Could Spirit get any more blunt and... Oh, I love how it's like you barely need cards. So don't waste your time trying to get other people on your side or to understand or, you know, I know that it's a Libra strength to be able to put yourself in the shoes of other people. I'm hearing this isn't the time to be doing that. This isn't the time to be doing that. You are, do you know Multiple Man from the X-Men? Spirit is like showing me you splitting yourself into like 20 people. And I got to go look how it looks from over there and from over there and from over there and from over here. And how does it look from all these different perspectives? And it's kind of like, ooh, let's come back into one. Let's come back into one. You're showing up as the Knight of Cups in the month of September. Open heart and in motion, in transition. You're not where you have been, and you're also not at your destination yet. You are on the move, okay? And you're on an emotional wave. You're on an emotional journey. I feel like you want to be more open, and on the way to being more open, that has to do with being choosy about how you spend your emotional energy and with whom you spend your emotional and creative energy. Because, you know, all energy is kind of drawn from the same pool. And if the pool is muddy or the pool is running dry, you're going to find that there's not a lot of energy or excitement or creativity or whatever available. Okay. Sitting in your recent past, Eight of Cups, it feels like you have come to a realization about something that isn't helping you grow. And in fact, something that may be keeping you stagnant. Maybe you've overdone it a little bit. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So if you've overindulged and it's like, I need a detox. Or it's like, I have put everything I have into this relationship and it is still not working. And ultimately, you know, that's another version of a detox, right? It's like walking away from anything that feels like it is weighing you down, clouding your mind, crowding your heart is something that Spirit is saying. Crowding out your ability to hear your own voice and your own intuition and feel what is you versus other people. That's something that I'm hearing. So whether that is a substance or a habit or a relationship that you're like, I've put a lot into it and it is like literally, like Spirit is using the phrase diminishing returns. This habit used to at least give me some kind of relief or some kind of fun or some kind of whatever, and now it's actually just bringing me down further. That's the vibe, okay? So again, whether person or substance or habit or whatever this thing is, like, used to lift me up, now brings me down. Used to help me feel like I was growing, now actually feels like it might be diminishing me. What is that? And have the courage to walk away from it, to have faith in that epiphany that you've had about that realization that you've had about it, and go ahead and move on. Sitting in the position representing the guidance is the Star. Moving with faith, trusting yourself, having hope and following it lovingly. And, you know, going kind of beyond your human physical self. The Star is asking you to be like naked, be vulnerable, be who you really are. Without self-protection, without running around to all these different places and trying to collect these different perspectives and then adjust yourself as necessary. That could even be the habit that you've overdone, where it's like, wow, I've really overindulged in trying to be everything to everybody. This is who I really am. Warts, lumps, bumps, and all. This is who I really am, and I actually love who I really am. as opposed to when I'm doing the Eight of Cups and maybe I'm indulging in things that I feel like are beneath me or are not helping me become who it is I really want to be. And another element that might be getting in your way, or could be even connected to that Eight of Cups, is this Five of Wands sitting in the present. As a matter of fact, I want to pull one more card. Spirit, I want a little bit more information about what this Five of Wands is related to. There's conflict. Four of Pentacles. Are you comparing yourself to other people? Are you comparing what you have in your bowl to what the person next to you has? And if you're ever doing that, if you're ever looking in the other bowl, as they say, it should only be to see if they have enough. Don't waste your time comparing yourself to other people. It is making you feel more stagnant. That's just what I'm hearing. You have a lot more than you're aware of at times. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying, let go. I feel like that's why they're giving you the Star and the Knight of Cups, is like, open your heart. You might need to be a little bit less, quote unquote, calculating. You know what I mean? Like the typical Libra element is swords, and the Queen of Swords is actually the Libra card. But it's like, let all of that go. Strategy and all of that has its place, not here. Not with you becoming who you want to be. Don't compare yourself to other people. You are incomparable. You are your own thing, and so is everybody else. They are just also under that same hypnotic spell from like capitalism commodifying everybody's art and face and style and everything, and it draws us into this losing game of comparing what's in our bowl to somebody else's, and we forget entirely to think about, how do we actually give to other people because we're so concerned about how do I get what I want? You know what I'm talking about, Libra? Not a typical problem for Librans, and so this is not an opportunity to blame, shame, judge yourself if you have gotten into comparison accidentally or whatever. Again, that's like the dominant, it's a mark of our culture. Like I'm broadcasting from the United States, so I can only speak for the United States, but it's like capitalism is basically our whole culture, and it teaches us to compare ourselves. That does not serve you. It serves you to actually clear all that bullshit out of the way so you can shine. Again, like that's the nudity of the Star, right? It's like, this is me. I'm not dressing it up. I'm not calculating it. I'm not cinching. I'm not whatever. This is me. I love me. I came here to be me. I didn't come here to be somebody else, or I would have been somebody else. That's what Spirit is saying. So come here and be you. What do you need to uncover to be more of you? And who would it benefit you to get around who helps you feel more like you? I love to see, sitting in the future, Three of Pentacles, building something, creating something, a milestone, a good sign of growth to come. And Three of Pentacles is putting your head together with other people who have their own expertise that is separate from yours. You might do well to work in a group, or maybe you just want like a friend who becomes like an accountability buddy, where maybe we're not even working on the same thing, but we're each working on our own thing. And if we have each other there, you know, giving input, giving support, we could build and grow something pretty amazing. So, who makes you feel like you? Who sees you for who you are? Work with that person. I see you making some strides on like a project. This is career and money related. I see you making strides. And if you need help or input, get it. And the energy around and available to you, if the Star wasn't beautiful enough, the Sun is coming up in your life. We're in Virgo season. We're about to start Libra season at the end of the month. The Sun comes into your sign. Your solar return approaches, right? You're going to be in the spotlight, so take this first 3 weeks of September while we're still in Virgo season to declutter yourself, to take off comparison, to take off armor, to take off I'm not enough or I'm too much. And I am. Just leave I am. I love that. Sitting in your hopes and fears, the Hanged One, life will change. It will turn things upside down. It will have you looking at things very differently, but that is something that you want. You want your life to change, clearly from the rest of these cards. You're open to it. And Nine of Cups in the key position. Self-satisfaction. Watch out for overindulgence, but definitely aim to satisfy yourself. Definitely aim to have a good time on the road to what you're trying to do or become. It's essential. It's essential. And what you want, who you desire to be, that is divine. That desire was placed in your soul divinely, so don't let it get confused by earthly and cultural shit. Come here and shine, and don't compare yourself to anybody else. You'll know when you're shining because you won't be thinking about anything or anybody else. Okay? Okay. Thank you for being here, Libra. I hope this has been a good reading for you, and if I don't see you before then, I hope I see you in your mid-month reading. Bye-bye.